Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to my channel, to Amona Gonzalez channel. I know that it has been I've been like away for some days, but it's according to some circumstance. So today I came with a new video, and there are so many requests from my friends. The video is about the English version of how to assemble the I-130 package. So, as many US citizens who are legally married to a foreign national may petition the I-130 for their spouse to obtain a visa in order to get or to live together in the United States. So here I'm gonna show you in this video what are the most important steps to take to assemble this package. So as you can see, our package we put it here in a binder sheet with sheet protectors, as you can see here, but according to many experiences from so many people who already applied to this I-130 visa petition, they recommend not to use the sheet protector, because the USCIS officer, he or she is gonna find it difficult to take every time the paper from the sheet, take it out, scan it, and bring it back. So to make it easy, you just put it like one after the other, in order, like the order that they gave in the USCIS website. Like that, it will make it easy for them. So I'm gonna start with the most important thing. So the most important thing, which is I always encourage my friends to do, is to include a cover letter that describes what you are petitioning for, and that lists the supporting document. So here, as you can see, we did a cover letter, me and my husband, for all the document that we sent and the supporting document. So the cover letter contain the name of the petitioner and the name of the beneficiary. Okay, so like the cover letter should be typed. Okay, like you see, it's typed, and it should be 1 page or less. So here we have just 1 page. The point of the cover letter is to present an organized package. Okay, like when the officer is gonna see the cover letter, he or she might know exactly what the package is for. So I'm gonna list you a link for an example for a cover letter, how to make it like that, to make it easy for you. And also this cover letter, it makes easy for the immigration officer to process the petition. Okay, don't forget to date and sign the cover letter. It's very important. Okay, so this is the first thing. The second thing, which is the most important thing, is the payment. Okay, so the payment, it can be a money order, as it can be also a check, as it can be with credit card. So the payment, as required by the USCIS, as I said, you can use a personal check, so you can track the payment, or money orders are also accepted. And the requirements for these payment facilities, you can find them at the paying USCIS immigration fees on their website. I'll include the information about it and the link. So here what we put a paper where we wrote money order for I-130 filing fee in the amount of $535. So the amount should be exact, not more, not less, because if it's like 1 cent more or less, at that time it will be rejected by the immigration officer. So please be careful while you are putting the fee, because the payment of the fee should be exact. So we decided to include the cover letter for this payment money order. It's just a simple cover letter with like 3 or 4 lines to explain what this money order for is, for to pay the immigration fee. Then, as you can see here, it's what we call it, the form G1145. It's an e-notification. So this form is 1-page form. This form is just to make it easy for the immigration to contact you by SMS to inform you by receiving your package at the USCIS immigration lockbox, and also to send you an email for the approval or for the interview. So this is not really important. So as I said, that in this form is just, it's not really important, it's not necessary, but I always like encourage my friends to put it like that. It will make it easy for the immigration, because this form, you put it on the first, like the first page after the cover letter or after the money order. So I will put you the link for it on the box below. Then we have the first or the second form, which is the form of the I-103, the petition for alien. Okay, so this form, the first thing that you should do is to verify the current form on the website of the USCIS.gov, because it's important to ensure that you have the most up-to-date form, because they make changes. And you can see here it's expired, like here it expired on 2021, on 28 February 2021. So you gotta make sure that it's the right form that you're gonna be filling. The next step to do is to download this form. It's the both of them, because there's like 2 forms, one for the petitioner, which is the I-130, and this is it's included all the information about the petitioner and about its past marriage, or his past addresses, or past work, and it include information about the current wedding or the current marriage. And the next form is the I-130A, that concern exactly the beneficiary. Okay, so this form, once you get to the website, you got this form. This is for the petitioner, and it's 12 pages. So 12 pages. And then the next form, it's for the beneficiary, I-130A, and also you gotta verify the date, the expiration date, and it contains 6 pages. So once you go to the website, and once you check the expiring date, the next step that you can do is to download both the form and the instructions for both of the forms. Read the instruction carefully to know how to answer each question. After you read the instruction, you are now ready to fill out the form. So you can type on the computer, as you can write it, make a handwriting, but I prefer to do the computer, the writing by the computer, or to fill in the computer, because sometimes the right handing it's not clear for the immigration officer, so the information must not be clear and it's gonna delay your process. So I prefer that you do the filling directly on the computer. But if you don't have a computer, you can print the paper and then try to make it to write clearly the information with the black ink. And as I can say, if you decide to handwrite your answers, make sure you print clearly and legibly, not doing so many delay on your petition. So this is the second. So this is the both of the forms. After that, the immigration officer or the USCIS, there are some checklists of required documents that they're gonna ask. The first is for the petitioner: evidence of US citizenship, lawful permanent residence, or US national status. So for that, you will need a copy of the birth certificate of the petitioner, issued by a civil register, vital statistic office, or other civil authority showing you were born in the United States. Here we have the copy of the birth certificate of my husband because he's a US citizen by born. And then you will need a copy of your naturalization or citizenship certificate issued by a USCIS or the former Immigration and Naturalization Service. So if you're not an American citizen by born and like you immigrate to the United States and then you get the citizenship from the United States, you will need to bring a copy of that. And then a copy of the petitioner unexpired US passport. As you can see here, it's a copy of my husband's passport, unexpired passport. You can do it in color or in white and black. The most important is that the information should be clear for the immigration officer to see the information and to read information. Okay, then you will need, like, if you make a change of name, you will need a copy of legal change name from the court, signed by the court. It's a copy of the original one. So here my husband did a change in name at the court, so we included this copy as an evidence for the document, for his document as a petitioner. Now, if like the petitioner is divorced, so he will need a copy of the final divorce. If the petitioner, like he was married and the first wife is deceased, at that time they will need a certificate of death from his past, well, I mean from his past marriage, for his wife who passed away. Okay, and then we move to my papers, like for the beneficiary. The first thing that I provide is the birth certificate. I sent a copy of the birth certificate in Arabic and the original one, and I sent the translation, but they returned me the original one, and they kept the just the translation and the copy in a copy of the original one. Also, I just want to remind you, like, if the petitioner was not he or she was not born in the United States and they have a birth certificate in another language, all the papers should be translated with the sworn translator. Okay, we move to to my papers. So I provide like a copy of my birth certificate translation and the original one copy of it. Also, you will need a copy of the passport of the beneficiary. The copy of the passport, I made it in colors because it contains like so many information and I have so many visas. So I made a copy of all my passports because it contains stamps from another countries and also like visas for another country. So if you have a visa on another countries, I prefer that you make a copy of all your passport because it makes them information's clear that you've been out for like so other countries. So please, this is just an advice. If you've been out, make a copy of your passport, of the page from your informations, and also of the visa that you got or all the stamps that you got. Yeah, and then before moving to the next paper, you will need to provide a 2 passport type photos. Okay, I will put you in the link the specification for the 2 passport type photo for the foreigner spouse, I mean the beneficiary, and also the petitioner. So 2 photo for each one. So as I've been like saying, you will need to copy 2 passport photos of petitioner and 2 passport photo of foreigner national. So after that, we included our marriage certificate. Here, as you can see, we put a copy of the marriage certificate in Arabic and its translation in English. The translation has been made by a sworn translator, so please be sure that the one who's translating your paper should be a sworn translator. So we made a copy of the both. They haven't mentioned on the website that it should be original, so please, when you are sending your paper, send just the copies because they are not mentioned on their website that they need the original. And besides of that, like just an information, because if they needed the original, they would have kept my original birth certificate, but they returned it to my husband. Okay, like just for some countries, for the United States, they will need an apostille. I know that between Morocco and United States there is no apostille, but from experiences from some friends that they were rejected, they asked them for an apostille for their marriage certificate. I did it like just in case. I did it for our marriage certificates, and I sent it with the copy of the certificates of marriage and I did for the translation and for the Arabic. Then one of the most important documents to include is proof of bona fide marriage. You should include any document that shows ongoing marital union. Example of such documents included but not limited to is birth certificates of children born to both the petitioner and the foreigner national, documents showing common line of fiances, documents showing joint property ownership, like for example if you has or the petitioner like in the United States or in the country where the beneficiary is from, they bought like a house and they put it under the both names, so they need to make a copy of this joint property ownership. Affidavit sworn to or affirmed by a third parties, which is we included because we don't have an ownership property together, so we included an affidavit sworn from. The first thing is a letter written by my husband that inform about our relation, when did it start and where and how how he proposed to me to get married and when exactly, and all information from the start of our talk until our wedding. So it's like about 3 pages, but you can do like a 1 page or 2 pages, but we prefer to set all the information. Then we have letters that were written. As you can see here is 2 witnesses. These are my parents, so they wrote a letter in English to explain about our situation, and about that they assessed our wedding, that they were so happy, and how they find my husband, how they find my mother-in-law, because she was here in our wedding, she assisted on our wedding. So they did all the information. I had also my brother's letter, my cousin's letter, my friend's letter, my mother-in-law letters. So all was written in English and signed by the people who wrote that. Besides that, we included the ID of each person who wrote the letter. Okay, so we have also, as a bona fide of marriage, pictures from our wedding. So here are some pictures from our wedding, and some pictures of us when we were traveling together, or when we were going to the coffee, when we were like sitting with my grandmom and my cousins in my grandmom's house, with my mother-in-law. So all the picture that we've been taken, all that period that he and my husband and my mother-in-law, they were here, we've been taking so many pictures, and we've been like keeping them as an affidavit of support. And as you can see here, like I put like a list, so many pictures, and then I put here exactly when was that picture taken, where, and for which occasion. So like you can do like a collage for the pictures, for some pictures. Exactly, you can write like just a simple sentence about the information about the picture, where, when, and who was in the picture, and for what exactly. Also, as an affidavit of support, we had screenshot of our discussion. So as you can see here, like I have like 9 screenshots. So we did some screenshots for each month from the first month that we started talking until the month that we had our wedding. So like we had screenshots from the discussion by texting, screenshots of the voice call, screenshots of the video calls between me, my husband, my family, my mother-in-law. So and I put here the dates. As you can see, there's a sentence here, so that means the chat log was in that date exactly. Here 2018 chat calls and videos logs in WhatsApp, because we've been talking just in WhatsApp. So if you were talking also in Facebook or in Skype or Viber, so use all the screenshots and get them out printed. As a bona fide is their proof of financial support. So I included here all the receipt that I was receiving the money from my husband. He was sending me the money, and I got the receipts and made copy for them, and I joined them to the package. We have here the receipt for all the gifts that my husband was buying for me. I made copy for the receipt, and I took a picture for all the gifts and put them together and joined them to the paper. We have also a plane ticket, the back and the return and the coming for my husband, my mother-in-law plane ticket. So I gather also here ticket of the train, ticket from the restaurant, bills from the market. If you were like, because we went to so many market to buy stuff, I include that. I include like ticket for the train, ticket for the highway, because we rent a car, and then we've been moving so many, we've been traveling, so we need to pay here the highway in Morocco. So we've been like gathering all the ticket, we kept them. Also ticket from coffee, restaurant, anything that you can have, so gather them and put them. It's not requested, but I prefer to gather them because the bona fide is the most important document that you can include to prove that your marriage is genuine. After that, as you can see here, we have email. I've been exchanging email between me, my husband, and my brother-in-law. So I kept that email and print them, and I gather them like a bona fide of knowing the family, talking to the family, and everything. The last bona fide document that we have is the lease of the apartment that we rented, because when my husband and my mother-in-law were here in Morocco, we rented an apartment together, and we asked the landlord to provide us a contract of this apartment under my name and my husband's name, because we were living together. And also this contract, it was in Arabic and then translated to the English. We have another contract, which is the car rent contract. As my husband rented a car here in Morocco, so we needed like an evidence for this renting a car. And as here in Morocco we need 2 drivers, I have already my driver license, but my husband, he's the one who was driving here in Morocco. So the guy from the agency, he gave us a contract of renting a car with our both name as drivers, me and my husband. This contract, it was in French, and we had to translate it in English. So these are all the documents that we included for our marriage package, for the I-130 package. Just like an important thing is once you're done with all your package, you need to include your filing fee as required by the USCIS. So this is the first thing. The money order that we had, you gotta sign and date the form. Don't forget, please, to sign and date the form. Review the form and the supporting documents to ensure you have answered all the questions and have included all evidence of bona fide marriage. Make a copy of the entire package. Like you see here, it's a little bit heavy because I have 2 copies, one for me and one for my husband, and the other one is the one that we sent to the USCIS. So make sure that you make a copy of the entire package and keep it for your records. Remember to only submit the original form that you download from the website. Don't submit the copy. Like when you send in the forms, it should be the original ones, not the copy that you make, because the signature, it should be original. As a note, all supporting documents must be in English or translated. You must submit both non-English documents and the English translations. That's really important. You should mail the complete package to the proper USCIS lockbox. I will let you in the link here in the box below the information about all the lockbox of the USCIS. Follow the mailing information on the 130 instruction to identify the proper location for the box to send the package. Mail the package and keep the tracking number. You should also indicate the postal service that you would like someone to sign the package upon delivery. So this is all the advice that I can give you for this video. I hope that this video was instructive enough for you guys and contain all the information. And if you need other information, don't forget that you can request them on the comment. And I wish you guys good luck for your process. It's not an easy process. So just you gotta have patience on gathering all the papers on the bona fide marriage and everything, and send in the mail, and then also for the waiting for the approval. Be sure that if you if you follow all this instruction and the instruction that it's written on the website, be sure that everything will be alright and you will get approval at an amount of time. Again, I wish you guys good luck and have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like. Have a good day.